Alright, so today I am going to show you how to do some mixed mole conversions by looking at some of your work that you did. This was the main problems that you had, and I should have went over a 3-step problem with you instead of just a 2-step. So I'm going to go over those, and you are welcome to go back and fix those 3 in the previous worksheet, worksheet 1, if you would like to, and just resubmit it. So on number 1, this one is something that you haven't had before, but it is on your mole roadmap. This one has how many oxygen molecules are in 3.36 liters of oxygen gas at STP. So remember, you always want to start with your number that you are given. So you start with 3.36 liters of oxygen gas, and we are going to draw our train tracks. So you are going to go from liters all the way to molecules. So in order to do that, with your mole roadmap, you will notice that if you are going from a volume in liters, which is what we started with, to moles, then you would do the 1 over 22.4 liters. So that's the next thing that we're going to put down, is 1 mole of the O2 is going to be 22.4 liters of O2. So now those will cancel out. And remember, you always got to set it up to where they cancel out and you have whatever you need is the last thing that you see. So that gets us to where we have moles. So then we are going to go to the mole, which is in the center, and it is asking for molecules. So molecules is down here in this right corner. So you're going to go from moles to molecules, which is this line right here, and you'll notice that it is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd over 1 mole. So we go back and we put that in at 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd, and that's molecules of oxygen gas, and that is over 1 mole of O2. So now we have the moles that are canceled out, and you will have molecules that are left. So what you will do is you are going to put in your calculator 3.36, multiply that times 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd, and once you get that, you're going to divide it by your 22.4. Now, some of you were asking how to put the exponents in your calculator, and I looked on my iPhone this morning, and there is, if you turn it sideways, a capital EE button. So what I would do is I would put the 6.022 and then put the EE button, and then you're going to put just 23. You're not going to put 10 to the 23. So you'll see 6.022 and then EE, and then you're going to put 23 in there. And then when you hit the equal sign, it will show you 6.022 times or E to the 23rd, which is what it's supposed to be. So once you put that in, then you should come out to 9.03 times 10 to the 22nd, and that is molecules, because that's what we had left right here, of O2. And these are not on your worksheet. I'm just giving you examples, but these will help you to get to where you need to be on your next few worksheets. Okay, so on the next one, your example, it says find the mass in grams of 2 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of F2, which is your fluoride. So if you go to your periodic table, you will see that fluorine is 19. Since there are 2 of those, then you're going to multiply that times 2, and that will come out to your 38 grams. Okay, so you need that before you even get started. So we're going to start with what we know. So our first thing is going to be 2 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of fluorine gas. And with that, we are trying to get to mass in grams. So if you look on your chart, and if we are looking at molecules, we can't just go straight to mass in grams. We have to use our sheet. So we're going from molecules to moles first. So when you go to there, you're putting 1 over 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. So you have 1 mole over 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules, and that's of F2. Okay, and we have one more step. So now that we are at moles, we need to get to grams. So it tells you if you're going from here to here, you're going to use this arrow, and it says to do molar mass over 1 mole. So you will have what you got here, which is your 38 grams F2 over 1 mole, and then you're going to multiply those. So you would put in your calculator 2 EE to the 23rd times 38, and then you would divide it by 6.022 EE to the 23rd. And that should give you 12.6 grams of fluorine gas. So you can try this on your own in your calculator. Make sure that you're doing these correctly. If you're not, let me know and I can send you a video of how to do those. I just don't have a calculator with me right now, and I'm using my phone to video these. So our last one that we have is asking for how many particles are in 1.43 grams of molecular compound with a gram molecular mass. If you ever see like molecular mass, it's going to be molar mass of 223 grams. So with that, we're going to start with what we know. So our known is 1.43 grams. And it doesn't tell us what we're looking for, so we don't have a formula here. So we are going to do our train tracks. And since we are going from grams to particles, we'll look here. If we're going from grams to particles, we can't go across, so we have to go to moles first and then back down. So it shows you to go here first to the moles. So you're going to do 1 over the molar mass. So we're going to have 1 mole over the molar mass, which shows you right here. It's 223 grams. Like I said, it doesn't say what of. And we are trying to get to particles. So we want particles to be here. And, sorry, let me show you. You are crossing out grams right here. So we need to see that we need moles. So moles has to be on the bottom. Right? So if we are going from moles to particles, so we're going from moles to particles, then we're going to use this equation right here. So 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd over 1. Okay, and once you put that in your calculator, remember you're going to multiply everything on top and then divide it by what you have left on the bottom. And what you have there is 1.43 times 6.022 EE, if you're using the phone, to the 23rd, divided by 223. And that should come out to 3.7 times 10 to the 21 particles. Okay, so I just showed you 3 examples. You may have some other things, but if you have anything that asks you a volume, a particle, a mass, or a mole, you have to use this worksheet. And just remember that mole is your center, so you have to go to mole first before you go to anything else. All right, and that's it.